The Young Sheldon Season 6 finale synopsis has sent the fans on a thinking spree. The Season 6 fall finale recap revealed the true villain's return. After Season 5's eventful ending, the Coopers have been doing good. Both Sheldon and Missy are in their okay phase. But with the villain introduced, things will get shaken up. Let's talk about this topic in this video and find out what's going on. Let's get started. First up, here's what the synopsis says. Because of Thanksgiving, the show is on a break at the moment, but when the show returns after the holidays, fans should stay ready to see the young protagonist deal with the church, which is in fact the real antagonist in the series. So apparently, this antagonist will now play a significant role in the Coopers' personal life once again. As per the reports, the 8th episode in Season 6, Legalese and a Whole Hoo-Ha, is going to see the church target Meemaw's video store, and the official synopsis also says the same thing. According to the synopsis, his database invention has put him at odds with his university. On top of that, the church now has issues with Meemaw's video store. But what does the church want, and what are we going to see? Next up, here's what the church's return might mean. After George Jr. and Mandy came out about the pregnancy, Mary had to face issues at the church. Pastor Jeff fired her, and that's when she came to the conclusion that the church left her all alone when she needed it the most. She separated herself from the congregation, but at the same time, Mary started to lose faith. Actually not losing faith, but a crisis of faith is what we'd call it. But even though she's having a hard time after losing her job, it's pretty clear that some good things are happening as well. From what George Sr. and Meemaw pointed out, Mary seems much more relaxed than ever. With that being said, her job was something that stopped her from understanding her children as well. But now with it gone, she gets to spend a lot more time with them and understands them better. Not just that, she's also passionate and affectionate toward her husband. In fact, we could even say that if it wasn't for this loss, the two wouldn't have been able to rekindle that romance. But even with the happy aspects, it's quite clear who the villain is. Following up, we already know that this understanding and romantic Mary isn't there for long. The Cooper matriarch is having a hard time. We also know by now that the church is the real villain, but if you recall Big Bang Theory, it was confirmed that Mary returned to the church yet once again, and given her job, she turned back into the same old judgmental and harsh lady. But this finale will tell us exactly when and how she makes the return. Also, the synopsis mentions how the church will now cause trouble with Meemaw's video store. Many are wondering if that will affect Mary, or if she will also get involved in this matter. Well, from what we think and know so far, we doubt that it'll have anything to do with Mary, nor will it affect her, but it's also a fact that we'll get to see her get involved with the commotion at some point. After all, that's something that can't be skipped after all that has happened. Also, we don't see any better way than this for her to finally find out about her mother's illegal gambling den. Not to mention, Georgie is also involved in this gambling mess, so yes, it has to come out at some point. Next, we wonder if they'll give the Coopers more time to be at peace. It's clear that the church is going to return to their lives. It's also pretty clear that this will once again affect the Coopers. But here's the thing, we all know that George will end up dead after his cheating scandal, and the family will face a major crisis. This means that this short, peaceful phase in their lives won't last for long. But what if the showrunners decide to keep it like that for a while? Because that's totally possible, as the fans are still determining the exact timeline of when and how things happen. This is why fans are hoping for the Coopers to spend a little more good time before the big tragedy hits them and Mary returns to the church. If that happens, the showrunners will be able to take the familial themes and aspects of the series into account, making it an even more wonderful series. After all, this theme of family is what makes the series so amazing already. Not just that, in a recent BTS video, we could see Mary take Sheldon and Missy back to church. While everyone is hoping for the showrunners to keep the peaceful phase going, a BTS video revealed a different story. Apparently, a recently leaked video revealed Missy and Sheldon returning to church along with Mary after Pastor Jeff fired her. The video shows how awkward the situation is and how returning to the place that banished them was weird. So does that mean the Coopers will continue to keep their relationship with the church even after all that happened? But wouldn't that be too awkward? On top of that, the BTS video doesn't hint at a special occasion that could have forced the Coopers to go to the church. Instead, it's more like a regular Sunday service that we often see in the show. Does that mean Mary took it upon herself and got back with the congregation? The same people who betrayed her when she needed them? Yes, that's definitely awkward. Also, if we look at it, it's even more surprising that if she decided to do something like that, Sheldon and Missy were kind enough to join her. Why'd these two ever do that? Also, does that mean that Mary is okay with putting her children in front of everyone, only for them to become a subject of gossip? If this is true, it shows how messed up she's become because of her blind faith. She is so messed up that she's now pulling her children into the same problem as herself. Not to mention, this advancement in the finale is making the path for Season 7 clear. Even though Season 6 hasn't come to an end yet, it's pretty clear by now that this season won't end the story, nor will it be able to cover all the questions that need to be answered, which ultimately means that we are all in for the 7th season. Also, there's a chance that the BTS BTS video was from the 7th season's events, because as we said earlier, Mary will eventually return to the church. The leaked BTS video may also be for the upcoming new season, where new events will occur. But that raises another question. Will season 7 be the last one for George? Or will it only tell us all about his cheating scandal? Because that was almost a similar timeline when Mary decided to go back. Next, here's what we know about the plot of this new season. Now that we are talking about season 7 and how it might bring the Coopers amidst a tragic phase, it's only right to have a look at what the plot would look like. With season 6's events, it's pretty clear that season 7 will continue the same storyline. At this point, young Sheldon himself might not be the main focus of the series. In short, the whole plot will be more about the whole family instead of the kid himself, and most of the fan theories indicate the tragedy that might be coming to Coopers in the coming series. But how will it affect the kids? Will they be okay with Mary alone taking care of them? Also, there will be something on its way about how the cheating scandal would affect the family dynamics. Also, it seems like season 6 is setting up a plot for the next season. With Mary not working at the church right now, and the church getting ready to attack Mima's video shop, this might clearly indicate what to expect from the coming season. But then again, if this leads to Mary and George finally coming back to where they used to be, what would cause George to cheat on her? That's a question that can only be answered once the new season is out. Also, it's setting up a subplot for Mary and Pastor Rob's relationship. After all, their last interaction was entirely inappropriate. Honestly, it'd be fascinating to watch the story go ahead and answer all the questions. Lastly, here's what we know about season 7's release date. With season 6 coming to an end now, we don't think we'll be getting the following season before the end of 2023. But still, we can't say for sure because there's no official news about the release date yet. And if we talk about the number of episodes, we believe it'd be the same as season 6, but it can be different because none of the seasons have followed the same amount for long. And with this, it's time for us to wrap it up, fam. What do you think about this video? Do let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more amazing content soon. See you in the next one.
We even checked the file.
I can't help you. The comic's gone.
Well, who'd you sell it to?
I don't know. Some guy.
Excuse me. Am I the only one struck by the incredible hypocrisy of this sermon? You go on and on.
What are y'all doing?
Well, I tried to be nice, but he kept pushing.
Yeah, so now we're pushing back.
You got it.
Chuck.
I was on a mission.
I'll go with you.
You don't have to.
I want to.
Well, goodbye.
With me?
Only if you share credit and my name comes first.